Hey everyone, it's Miss Nicole again, back for my second, who are some of my favorite leaders. So in my Coolest Woman in History class, I've asked all of my students after each lesson to go ahead and write a poem or write a blog post or a short paragraph, or even just record a video of them saying who was their favorite person that they learned about and why, and what's one thing that they can take away from that lesson and apply to their life. And it's been really awesome to get some of the feedback from my students. They're also incredible. And I told them that I would continue to share who my favorite leaders are on YouTube so that they could follow up with me after the class. And so today, I just wanted to share a little bit about some of my passions when it comes to leadership. And I normally start off with my leadership class. So I am talking about two different classes. I have a Coolest Woman in History class and a Becoming a Leader class. But in my Becoming a Leader class, I always ask them, being like, do you know any good leaders? And oftentimes students right away can recognize George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, and they go into detail about why they were such good leaders. Normally Martin Luther King Jr. comes up. But whenever we talk about a leader of our generation, Malala Yousafzai is definitely one. And she's the one that I want to talk about today, because she was an advocate for female education in a country that did everything that it could to stop it. And it's really quite a humbling story. If you are able to read her book, I highly recommend it. She is such an incredible person, and it's such an humbling story. She grew up in Pakistan. Her dad actually owned a school that she was able to go to, but whenever the Taliban was kicked out of Pakistan, are kicked out of Afghanistan, they started infiltrating Pakistan, and at one point, 90% of Pakistan was taken over by the Taliban. And they started implementing new rules via the radio, where women were not allowed to go to education. They weren't allowed to be in public without a male in their presence. And Malala pretty much stood up to them and said, like, no, I believe in education. I believe that one pencil, one book can change the world. And because of her desire to have an education, and she ultimately was shot. Thank goodness she survived, and she ended up winning a Nobel Peace Prize and was the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner there ever was. As you can see here on the screen, Pakistan is a fairly large country, so there's about 320 million people in the United States. Pakistan has 182 million. So Malala was actually from Swat Valley, which is a beautiful place. It's kind of like the ski resort area of Pakistan. It's very beautiful. You can go ahead and see a picture of her family here in these pictures, her and her dad, and then her and her brothers in the hospital. I definitely believe that her dad had such a really big influence on her, and if he didn't believe in women's education and allow her to start blogging and writing and fight for her, who knows if she would be where she is today. Obviously, Malala alone is an incredible person, but you can definitely tell that he's had such a positive influence on her life. Here are just a couple of facts that I had shared with my class. She is just someone that I wonder, if I was put in her shoes, if I would have been able to do the same thing. Would I have wanted an education so badly that I would have gone against my country? And that's a constant battle that she's bouncing between, is this love for her home country of Pakistan, but also recognizing that what they were doing was not okay. And also just being thankful for the education that I've been able to have, and putting myself in the shoes of, wow, I've been blessed with the opportunity to have an incredible education. What can I do to help educate others? And I think that's why I enjoy teaching so much, is I hope that I open the eyes of some students and also push other students that, hey, even if you're not a straight A student, that's totally okay. Just be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. And let's set little small goals to continue to get better, because education can truly change your life. And so with that is my little spiel on Malala. I hope that you enjoyed. And I will continue to do these for my class until we cover all of the people that we talked about in our leadership class. All right, everyone. Have a great evening. And I'll see you tomorrow in class.